Hello, everyone, and welcome to the English Leap podcast, your go-to podcast for learning English and improving your life. I'm Evan, and as always, I'm joined by my fantastic co-host, Erin. How are you doing today, Erin?
I'm doing all right, Evan. Just a little bit out of breath, but I'm excited to be here.
We're happy to have you here now. But you do seem a bit frazzled. Everything okay?
Honestly, no. My mornings have been a total disaster lately. Where do I begin? Well, last night I stayed up late scrolling through social media. Bad idea. Then I overslept because I didn't set my alarm properly. I rushed through, getting dressed, skipped breakfast, and couldn't find my car keys. By the time I hit the road, traffic was insane. I was annoyed, hungry, and worried I'd be late to record the podcast. Which, of course, I was.
Sounds rough. Your day starts off on the wrong foot, and then it's hard to recover. No wonder you're stressed. But it's also really relatable. I'm sure many of our listeners have had mornings just like that.
Yes, and I hate how it affects my entire day. I end up behind schedule, my energy's low, and I don't have the mental space to practice my English skills or do anything productive.
Well, you're in luck because that's our topic today. Building a morning routine that sets you up for success. And before we jump into our tips, we have a special PDF for you. It contains key points from today's discussion
And comprehension questions to test your understanding. Grammar exercises to feel more confident in your English skills.
and trust me, you don't want to miss this one. You can download it from the link in the description.
And we're also introducing some intermediate level words and phrases in today's episode.
Exactly. And we'll take a closer look at them later in Charlotte's vocabulary section, where we break down meanings, usage, and examples in everyday English. So, stay tuned for that if you want to level up your vocabulary. All right, Erin. Since you've had a bit of a chaotic morning, why don't we start with why mornings matter?
Yes, that's a great starting point. A lot of people think mornings don't really matter. It's just another part of the day, right? But mornings actually set the tone for everything that follows.
Exactly. I always think of mornings as the first domino in a long line. If the first domino falls smoothly, the rest will follow. But if it wobbles or falls the wrong way, everything gets messed up.
That's such a great visual. And it's so true. When my morning starts off calmly, the rest of my day feels productive and organized. But when I wake up late and rush through everything, I'm playing catch-up all day.
And for English learners, mornings are a golden opportunity for consistent practice. Your brain is fresh and ready to absorb information. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of English practice in the morning can make a big difference.
Absolutely. Mornings give you that quiet, distraction-free time before the day gets busy. You can focus on something like reading a short article or reviewing vocabulary without interruptions.
Now, before we talk about how to improve your mornings, you need to figure out what's holding you back. Think of it like being a detective. What's causing the chaos?
For me, it's definitely late nights. I'll get caught up scrolling on Instagram or watching too many episodes of a show, and suddenly it's 1 a.m. The next morning, I hit snooze 3 times and wake up feeling exhausted.
Been there. Another common obstacle is not preparing anything the night before. If you wake up with no plan, you end up scrambling to find your keys, clothes, or breakfast. That's when things go off the rails.
Yes, I used to do that all the time. I'd wake up with no idea what to wear or eat, and by the time I left the house, I was already behind schedule.
So true. And for some people, the biggest obstacle is overscheduling their mornings. Trying to fit in too many things, exercise, emails, breakfast, reading, can backfire and leave you feeling overwhelmed.
The key is to identify your biggest obstacle and focus on fixing that first. For me, it's clearly my late nights, so I need to work on winding down earlier.
This next step is a game changer. Plan your morning the night before.
Yes, it's like doing a favor for your future self. When you prepare ahead, you eliminate a lot of stressful decisions in the morning.
Think of it like clearing the runway for your morning takeoff. If the runway is cluttered with last-minute decisions, like, what should I wear? Or, where's my phone charger? You'll never take off smoothly.
Exactly. Here's what I like to do. Lay out my clothes, pack my bag, and write a quick to-do list for the next day. It makes such a difference.
I do something similar. I even prep my breakfast the night before. Sometimes it's overnight oats, or I just set out my coffee supplies.
Oh, and writing down your top 3 priorities for the next day is a great habit too. When you wake up, you already know what to focus on, instead of wasting time figuring it out.
It's like having a roadmap. Without it, you'll wander aimlessly. With it, you'll know exactly where you're going.
Ah, the wake-up time. This is where I used to mess up the most. I'd set my alarm for 5:30 a.m. because I thought that's what productive people did. But it never worked. I'd just hit snooze until 7 o'clock.
You're not alone. The mistake most people make is setting unrealistic goals. If you usually wake up at 7:30, don't suddenly try waking up at 5. You'll just frustrate yourself.
Right. Start with a small adjustment. Wake up 15 to 30 minutes earlier at first. Once that feels comfortable, you can adjust it further if you want.
Another great trick is to move your alarm across the room so you have to physically get up to turn it off. Or try a sunrise alarm clock. It simulates natural light, which makes waking up easier.
That's a good idea. And don't forget to adjust your bedtime. If you're waking up earlier, you'll need to go to bed earlier too. Otherwise, you'll just be tired all day.
Exactly. A good morning always starts with a good night's sleep. All right, Aaron, let's talk about mindfulness. This step might sound a bit zen, but it's one of the simplest ways to improve your mornings.
Yes. I used to think mindfulness meant sitting cross-legged and meditating for hours, but it's actually much easier than that. It's really just about pausing and being present for a few minutes.
Exactly. Imagine your mind is like a glass of muddy water. If you keep stirring it, it stays cloudy. But if you let it settle, the mud sinks to the bottom, and the water becomes clear. Mindfulness does the same thing for your thoughts. It helps you reset and refocus.
Love that metaphor. A super easy way to incorporate mindfulness is deep breathing. Sit quietly for a minute and take slow breaths. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4.
Or you can try morning reflection. Think of one thing you're grateful for or set a positive intention for the day. Something like, I'm ready to learn, or I'm calm and focused.
That's a great idea. It's amazing how just 1 minute of mindfulness can turn a chaotic morning into a calm, centered one.
Our next step is get moving. And no, we're not suggesting a full workout here, just a little physical activity to wake up your body and mind.
Right. Think of your body as a computer in sleep mode. Moving around helps it fully power up.
Exactly. You can start with a few stretches to loosen up your muscles and get the blood flowing.
What if I want something a bit more active?
Go for a short walk around the block or just around your house. Or even better, dance to an English song for a few minutes. It's fun and energizing.
I love the idea of dancing. Plus, if you're listening to English music, you're improving your listening skills at the same time.
It's a win-win. And movement isn't just good for your physical health. It also boosts memory and focus, which is perfect for learning.
Now, this is one of my favorite steps. Schedule a mini English practice. It's a great way to make language learning a natural part of your morning.
Yes. The key is to keep it short and consistent. Even just 5 to 10 minutes in the morning can lead to big progress over time.
Exactly. There are lots of easy ways to fit in a quick English session. You could listen to an English podcast while making coffee or read a short article from an English news site.
Great ideas. What about writing?
Write a quick journal entry about your plans for the day. Or if you want to practice speaking, talk to yourself in the mirror or describe what's around you in English. It really helps.
I like the journal idea. Writing a few sentences in English every morning helps you practice grammar and vocabulary without feeling like you're studying.
Exactly. The point is to make it a habit, just like brushing your teeth. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be regular.
And now, we're on to the final step. Track your progress and reflect.
This is such an important step. It helps you see what's working and what needs tweaking. Think of it like checking your GPS on a road trip. You need to know if you're still on course or if you've drifted off track.
Exactly. One great way to track your progress is to use a habit tracker. Seeing those check marks build up is super motivating.
That's smart. What else can we do?
Keep a weekly journal to reflect on what worked and what didn't. Or set small goals, like wake up at 7:15 every day this week, or practice English for 5 minutes each morning.
I recently started using a habit tracker app, and it's been a game changer. It keeps me accountable and helps me notice patterns.
And don't be afraid to adjust your routine if something isn't working. Flexibility is key. The goal is to create a routine that feels good and works for you.
Yes, and reflection also helps you celebrate your wins. Even small victories, like waking up on time or sticking to your mini English practice, deserve a pat on the back.
And now, as promised, it's time for Charlotte's vocabulary section.
Yes. In this segment, Charlotte will break down some of the intermediate level words and phrases we've used in today's episode. She'll give you simple definitions and examples so you can start using them in your own conversations. Take it away, Charlotte.
Thank you, Erin and Evan. Hi, everyone. Here are 10 words and phrases from today's discussion that will help you build your vocabulary and sound more natural in English. Frazzled. Meaning, feeling stressed or exhausted. Example, after working late and forgetting my presentation, I was so frazzled that I couldn't think straight. Obstacle. Meaning, something that makes it difficult to reach your goal. Example, a major obstacle to learning English is not having enough time to practice every day. Mindfulness. Meaning, being present and fully focused on what you're doing. Example, mindfulness during meals helps me appreciate the food and avoid distractions. Reflection. Meaning, careful thinking or reviewing something. Example, after the exam, I spent some time in reflection to figure out what I could improve next time. Productive. Meaning, getting a lot done, being efficient. Example, I'm always more productive when I work in the morning rather than late at night. Scramble. Meaning, to rush around in a disorganized way. Example, we scrambled to catch the last bus after realizing the time. Chaos. Meaning, complete disorder or confusion. Example, the kitchen was in chaos after we baked cookies with 5 kids running around. Consistent. Meaning, regular and steady. Example, to see real progress at the gym, you have to be consistent with your workouts. Centered. Meaning, calm, focused, and balanced. Example, yoga helps me feel centered and ready to face the day with a clear mind. Accountability. Meaning, being responsible for your actions or progress. Example, my study group gives me accountability to finish my homework on time. Those are your vocabulary words for today. Try using them in your own sentences this week and remember to check out the PDF for more practice. Back to you, Erin and Evan.
Thank you, Charlotte. Those were some really helpful words and phrases. Make sure to practice them. You'll be amazed at how quickly they become part of your daily vocabulary.
Totally. And don't forget to download our free PDF from the link in the description. It's packed with all the key points we discussed today, plus comprehension questions and grammar exercises to help you take your learning even further.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode and feel inspired to start building your own morning routine. Remember, even small changes can lead to big results.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on the English Leap podcast. Until then, take care and keep learning.
Bye, everyone.